I think is this. MMA is much more violent. It's much more aggressive. You know, it's much more harder, but it's much more violent in the body. Boxing is something that is art. I think boxing is something that now I call boxing martial arts that comes from MMA, but boxing is more like a black tie. It's funny because MMA is more dynamic, but boxing, depending on the fighters, like you watch me and Oscar, this fight is not gonna go to the distance, brother, because we're not boring. We're not boring. We're going with clean energy, and we're gonna leave everything there.
Love it.
Man, you're very inspirational for all of us here. We appreciate your time today, and everybody's just pumped and feeling so lucky to have you here. I know I am. So thank you so much.
Hey, I want my jacket, okay? I want my jacket. I want my jacket and my shirt, because I mean this logo, it's the bomb.
Yeah, we're getting it to you. It's coming. I need your address, and I'm gonna get it sent out to you. I'll get it from Jim.
Okay. Hey, big kisses, big hugs. I'm gonna go for my second training.
Go get it, Vitor. See you, brother.
Clean energy.
Let's go.
Let's go live.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Vitor.
Bye, Vitor.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's awesome.
He's
How amazing.
He's the man. Adam, I think you had a couple of blockchain questions too that you and Reimer might want to tackle that popped up on the
Absolutely.
the chat.
I want to take this opportunity for people to understand who we are as a team, though, as well. And I know Andrew does. Andrew, if you want to let everybody kind of know our roles and what's going on, why you have those two people sitting next to you, and we can get into the general introduction of the team.
Yeah, perfect. Guys, Andrew Reimer here, founder of LITH Token. I got Pete Cheatham right here to my right and Lauren Marple to my left. Of course, we've got Adam Rorta on, our blockchain architect, Jen Wink and Mike Pine. And, really excited to be on this phone call. I mean, golly, Vitor just pumped me up. I could run through a wall right now.
Move it out of the water. He's amazing.
Yeah, so
he is very inspirational with everything he had to say.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we've come a long way building out this team in the last 3 months. And what's that?
Hey, Jen, you're frozen. We're catching every other word. You may want to try from your cell phone or disconnect and try to come back in from your cell phone, maybe.
I said we should. All right, never mind.
Go in and out on us, but yeah, no, thank you everybody for tuning in. Now we do have some questions here about tech, and before I hop into that, though, I just want to say we really do have Jen and Mike behind the scenes helping get exposure out, so that way you guys could all be here. Thank you guys so much, Mike, with your relationships here. You've brought a lot of us to the table, either directly or indirectly, and it's a lot because of your hard work. Just so everybody knows, he really is our marketing all-star. Everybody loves Mike when you get to know him. It's what it boils down to. Just such a great guy. And Jen over in PR, when you come and hop in with better audio, feel free to chat again. She is our PR specialist and absolutely the best, if not one of, at least when it comes to PR. Done some big things with the UFC, just as Mike Pine here. Now with utility, boys and girls, there's and I guess theys as well. There are tons of options for us to really roll with, but we really decided to start with tackling the ESG problems that are out there. Andrew touched on some of them, and it really is about creating a dashboard that's incentivizing businesses to go ahead and use this software program, scoring, all of the above. And it's just ESG tracking and management ultimately for the entire supply chain. And we have 3 different areas here that we're going to build out in our own ecosystem and platform. You've got a marketplace, think Amazon, and you've got a blockchain hub, think wallet, and also think ESG databases and being able to use a dashboard for the businesses. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. We do have a bunch of developers behind us right now. We've got a total of 4, if you include myself, working on building the platform out. And I say platform, we've got 3 separate platforms. The third is our own internal platform. It's an API that people can connect to their existing software with for ESG. When it comes down to extent of time to be fully operative, that just really depends on the smart contracts and the development of those. Now, Andrew and I've been speaking with a lot of developers recently, and we think we've finally hammered down one, but we're just trying to get schedules aligned because he's got other projects, high value developers like this. It takes time to get them arranged, but we do have him. He already said that he has an additional developer, and we're looking at 2 more beyond that, PhD levels, probably going out of Brazil. So hopefully I answered your question about length of time, Sam, and answered, opened the door for other questions as well. If anybody else has any questions.
Turn back on.
See quite a few of you in here.
Don't be shy, guys.
Yeah, don't be shy. We have a few minutes to hang out and answer some questions for you, at least.
You know, Adam, while they're thinking about some questions, I think maybe this might be a good opportunity for us to kind of talk a little bit of marketing strategy, just above and beyond. Obviously, you guys have seen that we've done some pretty significant deals with 2 superstar powerhouses in Dak Prescott and Vitor Belfort, who are both organically behind LITH and just great spokesmen. They have their own history. Both of those guys do. And you heard Vitor talk a little bit about his sister. These guys are very genuine individuals. Dak Prescott grew up in a trailer home park, single mom, you know, brother committed suicide. I can go on and on, but these guys have their own stories and their own lives, and they've persevered through everything. I think for them to get behind LITH, it just shows the power of what these athletes not only believe in, but what they will do when they actually do believe in something. So it speaks volumes. From a strategy standpoint, we wanted to start with influencers and athletes, and I think we've done a good job at that. But we have some other very cool things that are in the works right now around the property side of the house. So can't go too much more into that right now, but you know, naming rights and things of that nature right now are out there in the news, and we're not far behind in the dynamic and the marketing fabric of what we're trying to produce there. You guys may have saw, I think it's actually this week, FTX had come in and done a naming rights deal for the USC Coliseum, and they did not pay 1 dime in American currency. It was all in crypto. And so like you'll see that right now. Trevor Lawrence, Heisman Trophy winner from Clemson, obviously he took his entire bonus in crypto. So this is the way of the future. LITH is definitely the most unique token out there, or coin out there that speaks volumes about giving back to the indigenous folks in Chile and Argentina, 1, but 2, it's the future. And if you're planning for the future, you need to be planning for LITH. And so we're fired up about that. But I'm here to field any questions on the marketing side of the house, but I just thought it was important to kind of mention that.
We love it. We all appreciate that. So we are getting some questions popping up from what I was talking about earlier. And I really, everybody, just so you know, with ESG, environmental, social governance, those 3 words are used for a scoring system in general. And one of the primary issues with ESG currently, everybody's talking about it, even the SEC is trying to get in, which is a centralized version of what we're trying to do. And that's to standardize the scoring. We have a problem with resource gathering and development of different products and contracting out to our own companies underneath a different name. A lot of people are doing that, and they'll have a portion of their product being built that is completely the worst polluters on the planet. Literally, the top 10 worst polluters probably have something to do with the majority of products that are also tied in with lithium. And starting from the lithium and working all the ways to delivery of your product, you will be able to track the entire supply chain and be able to know that it's all ESG, and our scoring will be developed that way. Unlike the I want to call it this way, the money makers out there in the world are all manipulating that system by starting up other companies and scoring high as a Tesla vehicle, but not having the actual production of all the different parts be ESG. Okay, and then we've got a question here. Heard we might be looking at developing some sort of solution on the website so that folks can buy LITH essentially with a debit card. Yeah, we'll try to find a partner for that. We don't have an MSB license. So as far as that goes, we could potentially get an MSB license, but we're focusing on the utility here, so we can find a partner to help out with that. Like there's multiple options: BitPay, PayPal, even Cash App potentially. And I've even tried to open doors with Square. We'll see where they're at. They're re-exploring blockchain, so we can see where that takes us. It just makes it a lot easier, and it's more cost effective for everybody at the end of the day. Oh, okay. Here's a good one for you, Mike. How does the DAC partnership play in with the future of NFL partnerships?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that the short answer is we've got our star quarterback right now. Are we going to do other NFL athletes? The answer is probably yes down the road. But I think where Reimer and I and Moreno and the guys want to kind of take this is like, what can we do that aligns ourselves with the on the team level at this point? So a natural segue from Dak would be over to Jerry Jones and that group, and would the Cowboys get behind something like this, knowing that their franchise quarterback is involved? And I think the short answer is yes. So we're trying to be very methodical and strategic about that process. So the NFL is definitely, it's the big ticket, right? The Barn Shield out there it speaks volumes for itself, and everyone knows what it is globally. We're looking to align ourselves with those type of properties, but I think on the team level is where we want to head next. Reimer, you got any input on that too? I think you would probably echo that.
Yeah, no, I echo the same. Yeah, if we're gonna go that route, let's move it up a notch. We got our star quarterback, like you said. We don't need another one. Let's go for the team aspect if that's a possibility, and it could be. And so,
yep,
yeah, excited about that.
All right, we have somebody wanting a breakdown of the roadmap. Well, we have a bunch of ideas ultimately to take us from here to potentially being a globally recognized carbon credit, but also just building out an entire ecosystem here. So there's a lot of moving pieces. It's going to take us probably about 2 years to get everything fully developed and out, utility and function. Andrew and I were on the phone the other night with our smart contract development team. That's something that we really are focusing on first, and we're looking at anywhere between 2 and 4 months potentially for initial. We were hoping for 3, but we've got to be realistic. 2 to 4 months for initial utility to be ready for alpha testing and also being ready for the exchanges. We're really hoping in that same time frame to be listed on multiple exchanges. It may come sooner, actually, depending on the legal opinion for the utility and where we're taking this. Right now, all DeFi, for those of you who are just hearing about us for the first time. And then as far as short-term goals, we're also developing out the other platforms, building our team out as far as software engineers, being able to get our apps, if you want to call it that, apps usable. So we're really putting a lot of focus on all these moving pieces at once. Like I said earlier, 4 developers on that side already right now, busy on the back end, starting to get busy there. And I think other than that, don't have anything. Andrew, they have something in regards to the Insortia process.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So the Insortia partnership is massive. And again, it's a big reason why I started this token. Was to partner with Insortia and build that credibility, because we've seen so many times what happens when a credible company partners with a cryptocurrency token. They do really well, but yeah, I mean, it's our catalyst to Chile and Argentina, the partnership with Insortia. They're unveiling their new mobile modular unit with their selective absorption technology here at the end of the year, and I'm invested in this company. I'm invested in Sorcia, so I'm very close with the guys that are running it. And so what they allow us to do, and with their technology, obviously they're leaving no carbon footprint whatsoever. They're redistributing, they're selectively absorbing the lithium out of the brine water and redistributing the brine back into the ground. I mean, both countries love it, both governments love it. And this is who we're trying to align ourselves with. You look at, what is the carbon footprint for an EV? Well, it's not an EV driving around like a gas powered car is. It's the production of battery raw materials at the front end. And so if we can get ahead of that, and like Sorcia's doing, and we can partner and really get in good with a company that's trying to make a significant change with the production of lithium in South America, then I think that puts us at the cusp of it all to take advantage and help as many people as we can, as many of these indigenous people as we can, very quickly. So yeah, it's very exciting. The Sorcia partnership again is a big reason why I'm so excited about LITH Token and what they're doing, and how that enables us to expedite the process and really get into South America and make a change quickly.
Yeah, and it's absolutely amazing, Andrew, how we were able to start from the resource gathering and kind of I don't want to say force our hands, but encourage others to get involved with the process with LITH Token, and making sure that there's complete transparency in ESG. So that's absolutely invaluable to us, and also the future of the globe. Ultimately, it's a huge step in the right direction, and I'm just so glad that we kind of stumbled on each other. Now that kind of brings us into one of the other questions. I don't know if you see it. From Truman.
Yeah. So Truman, my background's oil and gas. I've been brokering minerals for the past 10 years. So packaging mineral deals together, and then selling to different funds throughout the country. What brought my interest into lithium was when COVID hit, oil prices went to -40. And, I had to do something different. And, lithium and specifically brine production, there's a lot of synergies between oil and gas and lithium brine production. So it was kind of an easy move. And then I got lucky enough to get tied in with Sorcia and International Battery Metals and what they're doing. And it's something different. And it's something that's going to be big. It's right around the corner, and it's setting up to be really big. How are you involved in this sector to know there's a use case for something like LITH? Really our use case is for ESG, and all industries. But Adam, you want to kind of get into that a little bit?
Yeah. So Andrew, when he and I met, we were actually even originally going to work on social media, a few other things, just because the mission was there, and he was just asking for an opinion on how to really bring together his idea in ESG in general. And he brought up the idea of supply chain and how do we connect that, and really just throwing all the problems out that he wanted to solve. And I was able to just reference my own background, and I'm a self-taught computer guy. I've been in the cryptocurrency space for a little over a decade, actually. One of the OGs before it was even Bitcoin, we had B money. So I was able to recognize the coding, where we are. I keep up with the technology. The Ethereum blockchain is the direction we want to go, mostly because of them really being a huge catalyst for Web 3.0. With Web 3.0, they're also trying to find the most green solution. And there's just so many things that have been developed over the last couple of years with their tokens and their different protocols to be able to really efficiently work things out. And we're talking, maybe 6 months away before they're completed with sharding, but we're going to have low gas fees. We're going to have an amazing system that we can use readily built for us. So instead of us going out and spending $250 million just to build something, it's already there, and we're able to access it and bring you guys the tech that really matters with the ESG. You have a question about work history a little bit. You're getting doxxed. It's part of the game for us, and we have no problem with that, everybody. Oil and gas, who you worked with.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I started a company with a friend of mine called Boomslang Resources. A friend of mine from high school. We started that about 6 years ago. And then when Lithium came around and I invested in Sorcia a year and a half ago, I joined the Lithium team and kind of got out of oil and gas. So here I am.
Oh, you got a question about somebody that knows you about being a part of a scam coin and that happened you to.
Yeah, so another reason why I built this token is because of all the scams going on in the DeFi space. And so right before we launched this token, May 31st, early May, me and a bunch of buddies got scammed in a token that we thought was going to be really, something really special. And meanwhile, the whole team was lying to us and, telling us these things that just weren't happening. And, I felt really, really burned by that. And it motivated me to do this the right way, because I kept seeing so many tokens do the same thing, go up and go down. And it's like the same developers are just moving token to token. I felt like, man, I needed to be in control of this. And I felt like there was just too much opportunity with what I had available, like resource wise, and between Sorcia and the team we built, Pine, Adam, and Jen, and everybody else, Pete and Lauren. I just felt like we had so much going for us to do something right, and it's come to fruition nicely. And we're still just getting started, but we keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep it going and turn this into a long-term sustainable token. So I think you heard it in Vitor. I mean, that guy couldn't be better. He couldn't be a better partner for us, and I'm so excited to have him on board. So if that guy doesn't get you pumped up, then I don't know what
will. So everybody does know out there that is not kind of knowledgeable or mostly knowledgeable about our project already. I brought up the 3 different platforms and how they're going to work together. We are using an ERC 1155 token. It is semi-fungible, and like I was bringing up just a couple minutes ago as well, it is very much a catalyst of bringing us into the green age because of what I'm calling the greening. That's a little bit of a stage of cleaning up the electricity usage out there, so that way we're not polluting nearly as much and kind of forcing the hands of a lot of electricity providers out there. All right, we have quite a few in here. We have any more questions? Anybody else from our team that wants to jump in? Jen, anything with your plans with PR?
Yeah, Jen, talk about who you've been talking to and reaching out to, and what's been going on your side. Jen here?
Sure. First of all, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I apologize. I live in rural America in Idaho, so if I fade out, it's just simply, it is what it is. But if you don't know anything about me, I worked with the Ultimate Fighting Championship through its most explosive growth period, and actually with Mike Pine, who's here with us, and it was a crazy ride. And what I learned through that process was how to scale and build a company. But what I learned that was more important was, teaching people that mixed martial arts was a sport and not a bloodbath. That whole journey was an educational campaign. And so here I am again, working with a fantastic company with great leadership, a great product, building a great, market. But we have to build an education here for people that A, don't understand the cryptocurrency, and B, don't understand where lithium is and the supply chain of transitioning to energies that are so. My job is going to be to bring attention to what LITH is doing and, express the importance of what we're trying to do in this global effort. So I will be employing a lot of the tactics that I learned at the UFC, which is, be patient, listen to people's opposition, keep putting the facts out there, and put consistent information out that's factual and reliable, and showcase our progress. And ultimately, the most important thing is full transparency. And so if there's one thing that you guys that are on the call today, thank you so much for being here, that you take away, I am fully accessible and I am here to serve you. So please reach out to me anytime you need information about this aspect of the marketplace, because I'll get Andrew for you. I'll turn around and get him for you on the fly if you're on deadline. We want to be that company. So, we brought Vitor in because we really do need a champion. We need a guy that's going to help us fight and that's going to give us energy and not take the energy that we need to move this company forward. And we could not have found a more perfect ambassador. I've been working with Vitor for a long time, and I've never seen him look better, never seen him sound better. And, in the dark days when things get tough at this company, we're going to lean on Vitor and he's going to re-energize us. And, I think a great thing would be because that thing could power the world. So, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say.
Excellent. So all of you press out there that are still hanging out in here, I see a few of you. Definitely don't be afraid to reach back out to Jen. All right. Well, we will be making this available so that way you guys can reference it in the future here for any purpose. Just know that we have a lot of forward-looking statements. We are trying to make sure that everybody knows that we're going to be holding ourselves accountable and responsible to the extent that we can. You guys are all amazing, though, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that everything does get accomplished just because of your amazingness and that high energy. Again, Jen, thank you for giving us that little insight of Vitor and what we're really trying to do with him there. All right, asking about the next update and when that will come. We're going to actually have updates for different areas. Speaking smart contract development, platform development, any type of business development. We have different areas that we're going to be communicating, and we're going to try to be getting you guys a regular schedule, especially with our developers on the smart contracts. That will be over in our Discord. So make sure to go get signed up over there. And those are probably the most important updates for a lot of people that know this space. Utility is number one, and that's exactly what's getting built out. So we want everybody to see it. Transparency means everything, like Jen said. As far as availability of the schedule, we got to work some kinks out. I would say probably in the next week.
Yeah, we'll get it out.
For Jen, just send an email on over to press@lithtoken.io. Oh, we're all excited. We have a lot of big names in the hat right now. The excitement is pretty crazy.
Big names in the crypto world, guys. Big names.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna everybody that has to come on our team. And this is from Jason asking if everybody else is going to come on for live updates. Yeah, we're going to make sure everybody is there and available for updates. We want a name to a face and a face to a name. We're not just some random Telegram bot or we want everybody to know who we are. That's what it comes down to. Full transparency on everything we're doing.
Absolutely. Only one way.
Yep. And all right, we're getting into Cowboys talk now.
Gotta get Dak on for that.
Bumping AT&T out of Cowboy Stadium. That makes me laugh. Time for Verizon, huh?
Adam, I'd like to remind everybody that, we'll be active during fight week. We're putting videos out, some posts out during Vitor's fight week, starting not this week, but next week. And, after he fights, hopefully he wins, he's going to take a break. And we're hoping to get him down to South America to meet everybody that's working hard down there and help everybody understand exactly what Andrew was referring to, but in a visual way and a kind of experience. That's one of the things that I feel is very, very important in the educational campaign. And so hopefully we can bring that to life for you in that way.
Awesome. Anybody else want to throw anything into the hat? We're right at an hour. I know we started a few minutes late, but real close to an hour nonetheless. If anybody else has any questions, throw them out now. Otherwise, we're all going to hop off here.
We'll find them and we will get them out.
Go live. Show that again, Reimer. I love it. There it is.
Go live. Oh, that shirt. Make sure to go to the website. Get yourself some Lithium.
Buy our merch, guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, actually, that makes me realize IPI and what we're doing there. Proceeds from our merchandise on our website goes to the IPI wallet.
Bus is coming through with X number of people.
All right, catch you guys later. You guys have an amazing one. Thank you to everybody for joining.